Hello, how are you all? I was always taught to look at people in the eyes when I talk to them. Where the world has gone today, you get 12 courses in these 3 Michelin-starred restaurants, 16 courses, 18 courses. It's a canopy party. You walk into a restaurant today, you don't smell food anymore, do you? My career started way earlier than it was at 16. Yes, I started my career at 16 years old at the Hotel St. George in Harrogate. But the truth is, really, my love for food started way before that. Because as a little boy, I used to watch my mother and my nonna, which is my grandmother, and my auntie, preparing the vegetables to save the minestrone. I used to watch them harvesting the figs. I used to go and collect the goat's milk with my brother every morning from the farm at the top of the hill. And so being exposed to all these ingredients, picking cherries off the trees and eating them while they're still warm, or picking grapes when they're warm, and that explosion of warm juice in your mouth is just extraordinary. So without realising, being exposed to all these ingredients, watching my mother make risotto, watching her make pasta, that's where it all started, really. And then my mother died at 6. So life changed enormously. I had to help in the kitchen, even with my small hands, peeling very large potatoes with a knife, scraping carrots, watching my father cook. But then, because I'd lost my mother, I turned to nature. So I spent my life in the English countryside, and not realizing until later life that Mother Nature became my surrogate mother. And that's why I say great cooks have 3 things in common. Firstly, they accept and they respect that Mother Nature is the true artist. They're just a cook. Secondly, everything that they do comes from within them. It's an extension of them. And thirdly, and most importantly, they give you great insights into the world which inspired them. You have to make people believe in your dream. You have to be a Pied Piper. If you have the ability to be a Pied Piper, then where's your following? Lots of chefs have a following. How many chefs create a movement? Think about it. You know, if I think of my old friend, God bless his soul, Anthony Bourdain, extraordinary man, obviously, made people want to travel, made people dream, made people want to cook, made people want to eat, made people want to write. He moved people. It was a rarity. Very few people have the capacity and the ability to move another. It's like I never won 3 stars in Michelin. That's true. The men and women behind, they won the 3 stars. They were the orchestra. They created the symphony. I was just a composer and a conductor. Well, the reality is the more you do to food, the more you take away from her. There's nothing worse than overworking something. The more you do to it, the more you take from it. So keep it simple. Because remember, food must be intelligent. And that goes back to what I said about great chefs have 3 things in common. Firstly, they accept and they respect that Mother Nature is the art. All we have to do is cook it. But remember, how do you give something a sense of occasion? And remember, your generosity should be your presentation. Where the world has gone today, you get 12 courses in these 3 Michelin-starred restaurants, 16 courses, 18 courses. It's a canopy party. It's little portions served on a plate. Once you've made food, it starts to die. And that's why in the old days, chefs were forced to push. So food was served hot. You walk into a restaurant today, you don't smell food anymore, do you? Well, I think a life without calories is not a life. I like butter. I like fat. I like all those things deliciously. I do really live one life. Which makes everything taste better. Now, it's like salt is really, but most people don't use it properly, do they? Most people are scared of it. So you have to season the max. Because if you don't season to the max, then what happens? You've under-seasoned. Think about it. Most places you go, the food's under-seasoned because they haven't got the confidence to season to the max. Take everything in life to an extreme. Otherwise, why do it? It's pointless. I like to season twice. For example, say I'm cooking a steak. Season my steak, cook it, and then season it again. Because how much salt and seasoning has been washed off in the cooking process. Think about it. So you have to question everything in life. I leave you to the masters. I was never trained in the school of Indian cuisine. I'd like to spend time in Indian kitchens because I'd like to understand their cuisine more. I'd like to spend time understand, one, their techniques, two, their use of spice, and three, and thirdly, most importantly, their philosophy. But you can watch me on femina.in, or whatever it's called.